Hello. Hello.
Hi, man.
Hi,
Good
good
morning.
morning. Am I audible and visible to you?
Both. You are audible and visible both. Clearly.
Okay. Good morning, sir. How are you?
So far so good. Pretty well. How about you? How's the life treating you?
Yeah, I'm also doing good. Thank you so much for asking. So, Sunday, how's your day going?
Hmm.
What are your plans for the rest of the day?
Actually, I have a lot of thing on my plate, and I'm
Oh,
swamped with work. And
oh my
after
God.
finishing this session, I will be heading to my coaching center. Actually, I have joined one of the classes, and I'm learning. I'm data science and AI nowadays. So
Okay.
weekend is not like my weekend actually. I'm not getting leisure time and I'm
Oh my
bogged down
God.
with work.
That sounds too much. So, data science in there. So, you're attending some physical classes over there.
Right. Physical classes.
And it just happens in weekend or during the week as well?
Weekends, because those who are tutors, they are
Hmm.
working somewhere, and at the weekend they take classes. So, and on top of that, I'm also working as a professional. Even
Oh,
I will not get time to attend offline classes on daily basis. So it is good for them. They are earning, and it is good for us. We are learning.
yeah. So
Right.
everybody is working and they're attending these sessions during weekend.
Mm,
Amazing.
right.
So
Mm,
that's amazing, but that must be so hectic. I remember when I was younger, I joined an abacus
mhm,
course at school during the Sundays, and initially I was
mm,
very excited about it. So I used to go and I was looking forward to it. But there came a point that I was like, I don't want to go. Please, please let me leave these classes. I just want to stay at home and rest.
It happens. It happens.
Yeah, sure.
Mm,
Okay, so we're
mm,
meeting for the very first time. So shall we start this
mhm.
session by introducing ourselves?
For sure. Mm,
Sure. Okay, so let me
uh,
start by
uh,
introducing myself. I'm
mhm,
Asmita. I'm currently pursuing a PhD, and I have been an English tutor for a year and a half now. And I'm very excited to meet you today. Can you tell me something about
mm.
yourself?
Great to hear about you. Like you are pursuing PhD. So on which subject you are pursuing your PhD?
I'm doing it in microbiology.
Microbiology.
Yeah.
I think in future, you will be working in a medical field, right?
Not in a medical field exactly, because there are a lot of applications of microbiology in environment and medical, and for medical,
Mm-hmm.
especially medical field, they take somebody who's done the degree in medical microbiology, specifically from a medical college. And I've not done it from a medical college, so maybe in industry or academia or research, I've kept all the doors open for now.
Mm. Right.
Yeah,
Okay, so let me introduce myself.
sure.
So this is Sanjay Sengar this side, and I hail from Madhya Pradesh. I was born and raised out there, and
Okay,
uh, right now I'm connecting to you from Surat. This
okay,
is place like for bread and butter for me. And I'm
okay.
working as a professional, I told you, and I work as a production manager in one of the MNCs to pay
Mhm.
my bills. And I have completed my mechanical engineering. On the basis of that, I have these jobs.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
this is all about
amazing.
me. Yeah. Mhm.
Okay, I'm very excited to have you here today. Okay, so you must
Mhm.
have gone
Same here.
through the topic for today, which is gratitude and stress management. So, are you
Hmm.
comfortable moving forward with it?
Yeah. I can talk on
Oh,
any topic because I have been attending sessions last 1 year and 3 months. So now it has become like piece of cake for me, and it is not that like that I will stuck and I
uh,
would be fluent on any topic, but I can talk any topic.
that's amazing. So, how has that journey been? Like, do you feel that you've gotten any benefit from such a long journey here?
It is kind of practice, and you are burning the midnight oil for that,
Yeah.
and you are doing hard work. So it is the element of practice. We have four element of English: reading, speaking, writing, and whatever speaking. So we are covering the speaking part. On the other hand, we are interacting with the tutors, so they are correcting me, and
Mhm.
they are telling me about my flaws and where I am doing mistakes, and in terms of pronunciation, in terms of vocab, in terms of how you can frame your sentences. And on top of that, sometime I feel butterfly in my stomach. So while attending, if I will keep on attending the session, so definitely I will be able to get rid of butterfly in my stomach.
Sure. Okay,
Mhm.
so talking about the gratitude and stress management, I would like to ask you first of all, how do you manage the stress? Because you said you're working and on weekends you're attending these sessions, and I'm
Mhm.
sure that must add up to the stress sometimes because you're not getting to rest. You don't find a day where you can just rest. So, how do you manage it all at once?
So I will not say this is piece of cake for me, but I would say that it is cup of tea for me. I take a meditation for that, and I watch spiritual discourses on daily basis to
Mhm.
get rid of stress. And there is one equation related to stress, and we have read already in our subject uh, stress is equal to pressure by resilience. So if there is any pressure, so it is directly proportional to your stress. You will be stressed and you will get stress. But if you will increase your resilience, and so definitely you will be able to get rid of your stress and you will be able to manage your stress somehow. So resilience, how can we improve, enhance our resilience? This is the way, and you can elevate yourself, you can enrich yourself on daily basis, and you can inculcate meditation into your life, and you can listen to spiritual discourses. You can read. Actually, we become what we read, listen, and watch on daily basis. So in such a way, you can elevate yourself. You can get rid of your stress, and mm, these are the basic thing that you try to motivate yourself every time. You can watch any motivative uh, uh, reels or any motivative podcast you can watch. The main thing is that you shouldn't goof around. You shouldn't invest very much yourself into futile things. As I told that we become what we read, watch, and listen on daily basis. So we will be depressed if we will keep on ourselves every time in futile and unfruitful things. So when there will be any challenges, any issue, so at that time, definitely we will feel down in the dumps, out of sort, and we won't be able to do productive things.
Absolutely, I cannot
These
agree.
are the things.
We are what we are surrounded by. So what we
Mm-hmm.
read, watch, and whatever the kind of company that we're surrounded by has a lot of
Mm-hmm.
effect on us. But having said that, you said that you have to be fruitful, and if you'll be futile, you not feel really good.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes, do you feel that the life has grown very mechanical and not really getting time to do uh, anything that gives me just sort of fun or that's a hobby, or are you able to get time for your hobbies?
Come again, could you rephrase me?
What I'm trying to ask you is that do you ever feel that life has grown very mechanical? You go to work, you come back, eat, sleep, repeat, then on weekends you have to
Mm-hmm.
go to these classes. Do you feel that it has become
Mm-hmm.
very difficult and you're not getting time to do something like pursuing your
Mm-hmm.
hobbies or something just that gives you
Mm-hmm.
fun, maybe relaxing a bit and spending time with your loved ones?
Mm-hmm. So life is all about trials and tribulation, and life is all about tumultuous pathways, and there would be ups and downs, there would be joy and sorrow, there would be plus and minus. So you have to, this is our responsibility to manage our time. This is our responsibility to prioritize the thing actually. And if you are in this world, so definitely you have to work, and you have to earn for your livelihood, for your survival, and it would be there, and sometime you will get time and sometime you won't get time, but uh, it is not like that you will work for 24 hours in companies and for your livelihood. After some time, you will get time after spending 8 hours in your company. The rest time you will have, how you can utilize your time. So you can prioritize, and you can prioritize your time that this much time I will take for meditation, this much time I will take for household chores, and this much time I will take for my this much time I will take for my spouse, for my kids. So you can bifurcate all this in such a way. But it happens sometime we are not getting time, and we are unable to do the things whatever we had expected. Uh, but after some time, we should manage, and mm, we try to manage actually. So it would be there actually if you have a lot of things on your plate. So there would be first there would be chaos, and but it is subject to that how you are managing your time and how you can manage your time. Even I feel sometime that I didn't do whatever I had expected. But the next day I try to improve, and I try to prioritize my thing. And if you are managing, if you are like punctual, if you are not goofing around, and if you are not wasting your time, so you can prioritize your time, and you can manage time, right?
And you also mentioned that you meditate. So, how did that start? How did you actually uh, maybe get introduced to the concept of meditation? Is not a correct thing to say, because in our culture, meditation is something that we always knew what it is. But how did you start doing it on a regular basis? And how has it helped you?
Hmm. It is kind of favorite subject of mine, and I have been doing this last 8 years, and I never skipped my single day without meditating. And
Okay.
because this is the, I would say, you told me how do you manage your stress.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the panacea, and this is the pill, medication, whatever you want to tell. You can tell that this is the panacea to get rid of stress and to elevate yourself. Because if you are meditating, so you are enhancing your willpower,
Mm-hmm.
and you are feeding like a future fruitful thing into your mind. And so I can share my experience that whenever I meditate, so I feel light, I feel poised, I have become poised, and for some time I do not utter anything. Whenever any uh, if somebody is interacting to me, so I do utter, I speak, but in very polite way. So this is the I would say this is the consequence of meditation, because this is the I would say this is the you are giving some treatment to your soul,
Mm-hmm.
because mind over the matter. If your mind is not healthy, so I think your body wouldn't be healthy. So in so meditation, you will have willpower, and you will be able to think wisely if there will be any challenges, issues, because you are like feeding a fruitful thing into your mind. It can be any insights uh, you are feeding that. If there have been challenges, so at that time you will remember that insight, that how should I implement this insight on these challenges.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so then you will be able to handle. So meditation is helping a lot, man. It is helped me a lot. Because of meditation, I was arrogant, I was greedy, and I used to get angry. Because of meditation, I'm able to keep myself poised every time, and this is the benefit of meditation.
Okay, I've seen a lot of people who meditate having the same kind of experience, but as a
Mhm,
matter of fact, I tried meditating, but I failed miserably. First of all, I am unable to find time, and then uh, consistency. I am not consistent. Maybe I've not reached that kind of stage where I feel that I
mhm,
need to do it. But while you start doing it, there's a lot of confusion over how to do it, because you start sitting and then there's so many thoughts that are coming to your mind, and then you get drifted with the thoughts. And then if you try to search about it, there are just so many ways online. You do this, do that, and that confuses you a lot. So how did you
Hmm.
decide that I want to do it, and this is how I'll do it? This is the kind of a practice, or maybe the school of meditation that I would follow.
So you have to break your clutters actually. There would be clutters, and when you are going to meditate, so definitely there would be many thoughts, whatever you have done throughout the day, and you will think, and they will come automatically when you are going to meditate. But you have to be sit on a still. You have to sit silently, and you have to give some time for that, because initially there will be problem. You won't be able to concentrate. What I do, I can tell you that so I have pasted one light picture on wall,
Okay.
and I try to concentrate on light.
Okay.
If you are concentrating on one point, so certainly you will be able to concentrate your mind at that time, and it will take time. It is subject to person. It depends on person to person. uh, for some person it will take 10 minutes, some person it will take five time. Now I'm taking only 5 minutes to concentrate my mind, and after some time I'm able to concentrate what I wanted to do. uh, mm, uh, so I told you that to do proper meditation, you have to be more conscious throughout the day. What are you feeding into your mind? So this is the raw material, your information, thought, action, and destiny. Your information must be productive. If your information is like throughout the day you are wandering here and there into news and into OTTs, into movies, so you won't be able to do meditation. So you have to be more conscious about your information. If your information is productive, so you will be able to do meditation. So for that, you can sit silently, and you have to devote more some time, like 15 minutes. Initially, you can devote 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Gradually, you increase your time uh, for meditation. It would be hard to do meditation initially, but as you take food for your health, so you can consider meditation as your soul, for your soul. And if you consider as a food for your soul, then you will be able to silently, and it is depend on priority, and I have made this priority. That's why I sit silently every day, and I try to meditate. So now it has become a habit, and I do on daily basis. So by and large, I would say that I sit silently and I concentrate on one point, and after 10 or 15 minutes, I try to focus on our thought, what is going on, what is coming, and I try to remember the word at the time, and who is my father, and who we are, and from where we come from, and what is our role in this world at that time. Is this life what I'm doing right now, or life is something else? Life is all about life is all about doing philanthropic work, to be a benefactor. It is so these are the things you can inculcate, and the main core thing is that you have to be more conscious about your raw material. It is all about input and output. So you have to be more conscious about your input. Whatever you are consuming right throughout the day, that is your input. If your input is fruitful, so that meditation is your output.
Absolutely. You have to be mindful, and I cannot agree more. Nowadays, because we have so many things with us, we just keep on consuming a lot of information that just makes us sad. And I realized it while
Mm,
I remember I was watching something on OTT, and I
mm,
am somebody who gets very involved while watching something. So if something bad is going on in the story, I'll feel bad. If something is happening that I'm just not liking, I'll just become very anxious. And I started realizing
mm,
that this thing is affecting me, it's affecting the people around me, because if I'm sad, and if something has happened between the main characters, I'll just become sad and I'll treat everybody around me like that, and that will make me sad and them sad as well. And then I also saw this one reel where a doctor told that sometimes you get in a bad mood even when nothing has happened to you, because you start listening to the sad songs and that affect your mind. So even without realizing, we're just feeding so much negative things to our mind and we're becoming sad. So
Mm,
that's a really good point that you stated. Also,
mm.
do you feel it is important to celebrate the small things in life, the small wins? Because I feel we are so focused at the end result that we forget to celebrate the journey. So, do you do that? Do you celebrate your journey rather than the result or the final destination?
Uh, 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 Actually, it is easier said than done. But this is the factual actually, and we should celebrate each and every moment of life, whether it can be tiny, whether it can be enormous, and rather than expecting every time a big thing. And in such a way, we can celebrate. And so it is good that we should celebrate every moment of life, and we should appreciate if somebody is doing tremendous work and they are doing so they have tremendous, not tremendous, that if they have done little will think. And so I think we should appreciate your attitude, your what is the quote actually? Your gratitude is your attitude. So
Yeah.
we should be grateful, and we should be we should admire every time that you have done great. In such a way, we can elevate, we can empower. Actually, we can motivate anybody in such way, because it is kind of energy you are feeding, you are giving to your opponent, who is in front of you. You are boosting somehow who is in front of you. Mm, we can motivate, and we can I think thank you, this is the this kind word you can use throughout the day. Thank you, and good, you have done great. So I always encounter such types of like word in my company, because uh, we always do tiny or great thing. Whenever our bosses or whenever our colleague says like that, so it feels enchanting. It feels it is giving motivation somehow, and we try to do further great work after listening to all types of praise or comment. So it is kind of like energy you are giving somebody, and I think uh, we should appreciate and we should be grateful for everything.
Absolutely, I cannot agree
Mm,
more. And
mm,
while I might not do it a lot with the students that in the university, the students that are working under me, but you've just put it in my mind, and I'll make sure that I do
mm,
it more with the students that I'm
mm,
working with,
mm,
because whenever somebody who's let's say my boss or somebody that I've worked with does it, I really feel good.
mm.
So yeah, you've given me this thing, and you've enlightened me in this way, and I'm going to do that. Okay,
Mm, mm,
we've almost reached the end of the session over here, sir. I've had a
mm.
wonderful conversation with you. There were a
Same
couple
here.
of things I would like to point out to you. Like you
Yeah,
said,
go ahead, man. Mhm,
you said at one point when we were talking about meditation that I have been
mhm,
doing it last 8 years. It should have
mhm,
been
mhm.
I have been doing it for last eight
Or
years.
last year, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Exactly. Other
Mhm,
than that, grammatically, the conversation was great. Pronunciation wise, there's no problem in the pronunciation, but sometimes there is some mother tongue influence. For
mm.
example, when you said butterfly, the second time you said butterflies, that was fine, but the first time that I heard it sounded more like butterflies. So
Oh.
that made me wonder what
Mhm,
it is. So
mhm,
just if you can there's absolutely nothing that can be done for mother tongue influence until and unless you do an accent training or you neutralize the accent, but we can just be more conscious of look if you're like watching something in English, we can be just more conscious of how it is pronounced, and we can try to
mhm,
uh, do it the best that we can. It's just that, nothing else. And
Mhm.
that's pretty much it from my end. Do you have any questions for me?
Mm. Right now, I don't have any question. I'm pretty
Okay.
blank. And
Okay.
so I do on daily basis reading, speaking, and listening to podcast. I do on daily basis, and I'm not I'm not skipping this part. And I have been doing for last 1 year and 3 months this thing. So
Oh God.
having said that, I fumble sometime and I run out of the word. I run out of thought. But I believe that if I will keep on doing, and it is not an overnight journey, and I will
Absolutely.
improve, I will enhance. And
Even I run out
if
of
you
words
have any
sometimes.
panacea, if you have any panacea or pill, so you can give me. Definitely.
I trust me, I do not have anything, but whatever you're saying, I can totally agree with it because it happens with me as well. And the thing with English is that now, first of all, whatever you're doing for the last year in the 3 months, it's reflecting in the way you speak as well. The kind of vocabulary you have amazing vocabulary, a lot of idioms into it. And in this conversation, at least, you did not fumble or you did not run out of words. So that
Mhm.
is amazing. Having said that, English is not our first language, so we don't need to make an active effort to stay in touch with it or to keep speaking it. So it happens with me as well. When I'm taking sessions, I'm good in it. If I stop taking sessions for some times, or if I stop speaking for some times, there would come a time that I'll have to strain my brain over what to speak. So, mastering a language requires at least 5 to 10 years, and it's a long
Yeah.
journey. But for now,
Mhm.
like, we know English is our second language, and we're doing great in it. And you're doing amazing. So just keep on doing
Mhm.
it. It's definitely working for you, and you'll
Mhm.
be. I'm sure that you'll improve a lot in the coming times.
For
Okay.
sure, for sure.
With that, I'll take your leave. It was amazing to
Yeah,
have you